Most MSPs are on LinkedIn every single day. And if they're not, you absolutely should be. It is a client printing, money printing machine for MSPs. But here's the thing, they're posting, connecting, sending messages, and they're getting nothing. No replies, no messages, no meetings, no clients. And if that's you, then this video is definitely for you because this is going to help you tremendously through the entire MSP journey. And I want to share with you things, tips, tricks that I have literally done to close dozens and dozens of MSP deals and what people I know are doing the exact same thing, whether it's in our Discord or in our membership. How are you doing? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs just like you generate leads for your business because the worst thing in the world is you probably could sell somebody something, but you don't have anyone to sell to. And that ends in this video. I'm tired of hearing about it. Harrison, I just need more leads. I could close anybody if I had more leads. This is the video for you. By the way, if you want to go check out, we are doing a really, really cool training coming up. If you're watching this on Monday, this following Tuesday, or if you ever want to learn how to actually sell your MSP services, you should head over to growth-generators.com. Under programs, you have MSP Heroes. It's a really, really cool program. We have a ton of stuff in there to help you actually build your business. And if you head over to resources, I've already preloaded the page here. There's tons of stuff, sales sheets, a step-by-step guide on landing your first clients, objection handling worksheets, business plans and structures, marketing cheat sheets, because we want to see you actually succeed. We don't just want to talk about it. We don't want to just lead you on. We want you to actually succeed in your MSP. So let's talk about the problems that people are making because believe it or not, you're probably taking the right steps. And if you're sending messages, you're connecting with people, all of those good things and posting content, you're already doing the right stuff. That's great. That's exactly what you should be doing. But I want to talk about the problems because these problems are absolutely stopping you from actually growing. And the problem I see easily, the most important thing is you are trying to target everyone. And I'm going to just jump in here and kind of just share my screen. But I pulled up LinkedIn already just to preload it. And I went to Long Island Business. I grew up and lived in Long Island for a majority of my life. And I absolutely love it. And there's tons of these groups. If I type in Charlotte, right, if I do Charlotte Business, I promise you there's going to be a Charlotte Business group on here as well. Charlotte Business Professionals. Would you look at that? That's even crazier than I thought it would be. 30,000 people in here, right? But if I go in here, I am now the only common trait between me and everybody else in this group is we just happen to live local. Theoretically, I could get to pretty much everybody's house in this group within, I don't know, let's say 45 minutes. That's 30,000 people. That's 30,000 potential customers. But here's the problem. Everyone looks at it as, oh my God, I'm in this group. There's so many people. But the real thing is you have no niche. You have no clear pain that you're solving, and you're probably using generic messaging. You're probably saying, I can help you if you have computers. I would love to fix your computers. That's a massive, massive problem. And while this is okay, and you can go through, and I'm not in this group, but if I join this group, right, and they have to approve me, but if I go into the groups, I'm just going to jump into one of the groups that I'm a part of here because I am a part of some groups. But if I go to groups here, and I want to find Network Charlotte Connects. Perfect. So I'm already in this group. And I can actually go through and see the members in this group. Probably did this for another video, right? I don't want to just message everybody. If I just message everybody, I'm never going to grow the way that I actually want to grow. I want to know who I'm trying to target and the pain points that I am trying to solve. And then, and only then, do I want to go to these groups, right? The Long Island business or the Charlotte business, right? And I want to find the people that I actually could help. That's going to be the difference. And when I add them and connect with them and send them a message, I want to talk about the problems that we actually solve. That's going to be the biggest difference between me and everybody else out there sending those unsolicited DMs, right? Nobody likes to get LinkedIn DMs, but every once in a while, I look at it and I go, that's interesting. I'll jump on a call with you. Not all the time, but this is really, really important because if you're not doing that and you don't know who to go target, you're just yelling into the abyss. And unfortunately, especially with these groups, most people don't check these groups. If I go back to one page, you could actually see here, this has been posted now for a week, 21 likes on here. But if you go through a lot of these, there's zero engagement with any of them, right? There's 30,000 people in this group, and this post got 2 likes. That's pretty rough, and who knows, maybe that was a friend of his that he sent out or he shared it on a social media page or something of that nature. But the sad part is I mean, just constant, no like, no like, no comment, no engagement, nothing on here. It is insane to see. Maybe he posted this or, was trying to get some networking friends and told them about a group, but that's the problem. You're trying to yell into the abyss and you don't know who you're trying to help and how you're actually trying to help them. I made a video about this already and what we're doing in our MSP, and it's working incredibly well already. But the first thing you should do is go grab the buyer persona. I will leave a link down in the video description and fill that out so you know who to target. That should be your number one person that you are actually targeting. Now, the second thing you need to do is have a profile that actually converts because you only have to do it once. And you and I both know you're probably using AI to do it anyway. It's crazy how much we all use AI at this point. Your profile probably stinks, right? It looks good kind of on paper, but here's the thing. It's probably built like a resume, not a sales page. And I'm going to go through my profile, and I still need to clean up my profile, but go through my profile. I help MSPs grow and financial firms stay secure. Owner of Growth Generators and co-founder of Secure Wealth IT. It is that simple. Now that reads a little bit like a resume too, right? But you want to talk about who you're trying to help. Now, the reason I haven't fully updated this yet is because I want to do training inside of our membership, but I want to go through that. Here it is, right? And here's the about. Most MSPs do not have a lead problem. They have a clarity and execution problem. Talks all about that. Talks about the businesses that I own, right? These are the things. And then the activity that I have, right? In many cases right now, it's heavily, heavily, heavily focused on MSPs, which obviously I'm making a ton of MSP content, but I'm also making content for the new MSP. Those two things, I'm focusing on MSPs, and then the new content is going to focus exclusively on the wealth individuals, right? Wealth advisors, RIAs, broker dealers, that kind of stuff. I need to shift it over specifically to them. And you can go after two. But the problem is you're like, hey, does your small business have problems with cybersecurity? Nobody's going to answer that, right? But if you're like, are you tired of worrying about if you're going to get a HIPAA fine because you know deep down you're probably not in compliance? Oh, that one hits hard, right? That's going to be the difference between you and everybody else as time goes on. You need to adjust your profile so it doesn't look like a resume. It shouldn't. It should look like a sales page, a headline, who you actually help, and the results. Now, mine, I had to adjust obviously for the MSP in very short time, right? The banner, a simple offer, or the about section, the problem, solution, and maybe even some proof because people will go through your profiles. One of my favorite things is to actually read people's profiles, right? Because I get ideas for videos, but also I like to see what is their activity. What are they doing? I'm talking about me sitting in the office, I'm tagging other people. It's all MSP content or things that I am doing to promote the business, but it's only geared towards MSPs. I'm not gearing it out towards every business. I have thousands of contacts that I had when I was selling MSP services, when I went out and started the business originally and did digital marketing. I won't lie, but my content isn't for those people. I don't want them to not connect with me, but I don't care if they see it or they don't see it because they're not my target audience either way. That's what you have to think about. The third thing I see is you're probably sending terrible, and I mean horrendous DMs, right? A DM is a direct message, a message from your LinkedIn to somebody else's LinkedIn, and you immediately go into a pitch. This is a huge, huge problem. When you're going through, and I'm going to share my screen here. So when you go to your LinkedIn, right, you have all of these people. You don't want to go through there and find somebody, right? If I find somebody, better yet, let me go to that group here, Network Charlotte, go all the way up to the top, and I go find somebody, right? Doesn't matter who it is for the sake of this video, right? Aubrey Tran, right? I don't know who they are. They do photography. Great, right? They probably have a computer, and one of you are thinking, I could help her with her computers. Do not do that, right? But the first thing I want to do is I want to look at her profile. I want to understand if she's actually worth connecting with. You do get a limited number of connections every single month. So you have to be careful. And you only get a limited number of messages every single month, believe it or not. So you want to make sure link when your connection notes, right? When you connect with these people, you really want to make sure that you read, who they are, what they do, and can you actually help them? The process is fairly simple. Now, you're not ever going to get every single person to respond, but when you do find somebody, in the case of this, maybe let's just say yes, that was somebody that I wanted to potentially do business with, right? Day one, connect with them. Maybe even before that, read a post, comment, engage, like. It's okay to comment on other people's posts. Trust me, it's not going to hurt anybody. The second thing is once you connect with them, ask them a question. Doesn't matter what that question is. Hey, how do you like the photography business? How is it going in Charlotte? Something to start a conversation. The third day, right? Or third message, right? You have to send something providing value. Now, this is insanely easy when you focus on one specific type of customer. If I'm going to go through and try to message all 12,000 people in a Long Island business group, I'm never going to get to where I need to go. And then after I provide value and I understand that, hey, this is somebody that I'd like to do business with, maybe photography is not the best example, then I can do a soft ask. Hey, would it make sense to jump on a 15-minute call, talk about each other's businesses? I might be able to help you and maybe I could refer you out to some people. That's it. You can refer your clients to other clients. There might be things that they don't do or want to do. That is the biggest difference across the board. Now, mistake number four. And if you fix this, you are going to fix so many of your actual problems. But first, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. So you kind of fall into two main categories with posting. You're either not posting, which you absolutely should be, or you're probably posting garbage. Because if you were killing it on LinkedIn, I don't know why you would watch this video unless it's to support me, in which case you are a very real one, and I appreciate you. Right? You have to understand the industry that you are trying to target. You can't target everybody. There's 12,000 businesses on Long Island in that group. There's 30,000 in Charlotte. That's an insane number. The content that I post can't work for all of them. It just can't. But it can work for an industry or niche. And if I connect with those people and then I start making great content, it immediately clicks. Let's say you're going after dental offices because it seems to be a hot topic. I hope it wasn't from me, but let's say hot topic, right? You have to post things like three IT mistakes I see dental offices make every week, or three things dental offices consistently do that makes them vulnerable to HIPAA fines, right? And maybe it's a stack of money. If you can make a post with you in it, even better. If you can make a video with you, even better with a cherry on top. But you have to make posts for a specific industry. If I go back to my profile currently at the time of recording this, right? It's all it's all MSP stuff for the most part. I mean, yes, there's things that I promote and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," and I have to connect my YouTube again to start posting from here. But it's all MSP stuff constantly. I'm constantly trying to put out content for MSPs across the board. That is the most important thing. It would be really weird if I was like, "Hey, if you're a small business and you don't know what this is an RJ45 connection." That video or post is gonna flop, right? Here's change your password every 90 days so you don't get hacked. That's gonna flop because it's made for everybody, and then nobody feels like it's for them. You have to make sure that the content that you're going to make is for a specific industry. It's giving a quick tip or maybe imposing a little bit of fear or giving them, hey, this is what could happen, or a little mini case study. You have a cell phone. You probably fixed up somebody's network closet. Take a picture of it, boom, post it, and you are miles and miles ahead of the rest of the people. Now, I'm going to give you the last mistake, and this is probably the worst one of them all. Everybody expects results too fast. Look, I am no skinny person. I can't expect to go to the gym for a day or a week or heck, even a month and expect to get ripped. I will start to see results in a few days, right? My body will feel it. My cardio will go up as I'm starting to go back to the gym and all that good stuff too, right? Those are important things. You can't make a post and say, I can't believe nobody wants to do business with me. It's a repetitious process. It is not simple. I shouldn't say it's not simple. It's super simple. It's not hard to do. But you have to go out, you have to be consistently connecting with people, clean up your profile. You only have to do that once. It's connecting with the right people, posting the right content, and sending the right DMs. That's all you have to do to get leads. It works so insanely well. The amount of people that it works just on my own LinkedIn. and I don't even try, is astronomical. I don't even know, I don't think I should show you guys, but I have a list of messages. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you guys. I have a list of messages of people saying, "Hey, thank you so much for the content. Thank you for connecting. Connect with me on LinkedIn if you'd like. You'll see the content that I produce." But that's what makes it happen. But I didn't get successful and I didn't build this business over the last week or 2 weeks or a month. We're going on year 3 of helping MSPs. It's the same thing that you have to do. You have to find who you want to go help and make content over and over and over again. We just had somebody, right? Following my process, I was like, look, you got to pick a niche. You got to post a little bit about it. And I'll talk about the industry, but I'm not going to talk about where. He is going after metal finishers. And you're probably thinking, Harrison, there's no money in metal finishers. I promise you, 40 clients. That's how many people are in this group. There are 40 people in the metal finishers group that he's actually about to go speak at. He is going to be in a room full of people that he already wants to help and knows how to help. So when he goes through and speaks to them and connects with them on LinkedIn and they start to see the content, they're going to immediately trust him. Because how many MSPs do you think are going after metal finishers? I will give you a spoiler alert. I talked to thousands of MSPs. There are none. That's the coolest part. He's the only one. He is now in a room with zero competition. That is what sets you apart from everybody else. And the messaging that I see constantly from LinkedIn, from MSPs on LinkedIn, is super generic. We'll help you with this, and we can help you with this, and hey, do you know what a switch does? And it's all terrible. You have to change what you're actually doing. Now, if you've made it this far in the video and you want to print leads on LinkedIn, what I would recommend doing is tomorrow, the day that this goes live, Tuesday, the next day, right? Um, bear with me here, April 28th, we are doing a training inside of MSP Heroes. You can jump in there and go to the training. It's about 2 hours long. It is going to show you all the behind the scenes tips and tricks to truly close deals and strategies I have never released on LinkedIn ever. And I never will, because that's for our membership. Those are the things that are going to truly, truly set you apart. And if you miss it, it will be recorded, by the way. So if you want to grab it down the road, but if you want to be there live when you can ask questions, that is the time to be there. But these are the things. And if you're thinking, Harrison, there's no business out there, or there's not enough business out there for me, I don't understand. Now, I used New York as a prime example. Just to give you an idea, if you went after just law firms, right, there are 30,000 legal businesses in the entire state of New York. I'm going to use this as a broad brush stroke. If you go through and do the math, there's 20 million people in the state. Half of them, 8.4, live in New York City, and the other 2.8 live on Long Island. So that means just on the island and New York City, which you can get to pretty much anywhere on Long Island in about 3 hours from the city, or if you're somewhere in the middle of Long Island, you can go out to the Forks or all the way to the city. There is so much business. If we just used the rule of, hey, there's half the people, that means there are approximately 15,000 legal offices just in that area alone between New York City and Long Island. There is plenty of business for you to grow your MSP. I hope you guys found value in this video. I hope that you get to close so many deals, and I hope you get an unlimited number of leads into your business, because I promise you, it is not that hard. It's actually way simpler than you think. I appreciate you. I love you. I hope I've earned a like button, and I will see you on the next one.